1995, Netscape Communications sold shares to the public in what was, if not the first major IPO of an internet company, was by far the most influential.
Take a second and think about all the ways the internet has changed just in the last few months. AI is becoming more prevalent in nearly every industry. People can become celebrities overnight just by posting one 30-second video, and news can reach people faster than it ever has before. But there was a time when the general public was unaware of the internet and the effects it would have on the larger human consciousness. To better understand where the internet phenomenon began, we must go back to the launch of a very special program in San Francisco, California. Netscape Navigator, one of the first free non-commercial web browsers, was launched on December 15th, 1994. It was created by two men, Mark Andreessen and Jim Clark. The major innovation of Netscape Navigator was an on-the-fly display of web pages where text and graphics appeared on the screen right as the web page was being downloaded. Take a second and think about how annoying it is when that little rainbow thing starts spinning on your computer. Well, that was the norm for everybody who was using the internet before the Netscape Navigator technology became available to the general public. Only 16 months after its formation, Netscape made an incredibly successful initial public offering on August 9th, 1995. Their stock was originally set to be offered at $14 per share, but a last-minute decision doubled that to $28 a share. Netscape was one of the first companies to ever go public without making a profit, but that would quickly change just as fast as Netscape would help the internet load. The success of the Netscape IPO also helped kickstart a widespread investment in internet companies that created what became known as the dot-com bubble. Thousands of people moved to the San Francisco area looking for their own major investment, and many of these tech geniuses shared a vision with legendary sports agent Jerry Maguire. Show me the money! The immediate success of Netscape also caught the attention of one very important individual, Bill Gates. Gates and his Microsoft software began to target new internet browsers in an attempt to merge, giving Microsoft a massive advantage in the booming internet market. Think about how much Amazon dominates the digital commerce world and how much Netflix dominates the streaming video world today. That was the type of impact that Microsoft was looking to have in the early internet market of the mid-1990s. Microsoft was keen on landing the control of Netscape Navigator and wanted to be able to dominate the market for new internet companies. As I'm sure you could guess, Microsoft did eventually win the war. Gates and his company just had far too many advantages and were able to position Internet Explorer to become the dominant search engine of the early internet age. However, if we're being honest, that was more of a short-term victory for Microsoft, as I'm sure not a lot of you watching have ever even used Internet Explorer or had heard of it before this video. Eventually, Netscape was purchased by America Online in 1998 for around $4.2 billion. The ups and downs of Netscape's experience significantly represent where the internet started and where it is today. Once it became clear that there was big money to be made in technology, the United States would never be the same. Many of these internet companies are very successful and have created technology that has helped change the world. However, there seems to be an increasing disconnect between the tech community and those who are using their technology. Think back to my early examples. Think about how much AI is being used in place of human labor. Or think about how much misinformation is spread on TikTok and X and Instagram. These applications definitely change the world, and they've definitely changed the way that you and I live our lives every single day. However, the major impact that they had, not just on the internet space, but on the human mind, should really be talked about a bit more, and we should discuss the negative consequences of these apps as well.